What if I told you that Samsung's next big Galaxy launch might not even happen in January? That's the rumor that's been floating around, that the Galaxy S26 series could drop earlier than expected, maybe even in December. But before you get your hopes up, let's break down what's real, what's speculation, and when you should actually expect the Galaxy S26 lineup to land. For years now, Samsung has followed a pretty steady rhythm. Early year launches, usually in January or February, with pre-orders kicking off right after the event and phones hitting shelves a couple of weeks later. The Galaxy S25 series followed that exact pattern, and most signs point to the Galaxy S26 sticking to it too. So when can you circle a date on your calendar? If history is any guide, January 2026 is the safest bet. Specifically, Samsung tends to pick Wednesdays for its Galaxy Unpacked events. And in 2026, that gives us two very likely candidates, January 14th or January 21st. Both dates line up perfectly with Samsung's playbook, right in the middle of January, early enough to steal attention, but not so early that it catches people off guard during the holiday season. Now, about that December rumor. It came from leaker Digital Chat Station, who suggested Samsung might try to jump ahead of the iPhone 17 launch and grab the spotlight first. On paper, it makes sense. Samsung loves outpacing Apple whenever it can. But here's the thing. Since that leak dropped way back in April, no other credible sources have backed it up. And if Samsung really were planning a December surprise, we'd likely already be seeing stronger evidence by now. So while it's fun to imagine unwrapping a brand new Galaxy S26 for Christmas, don't bet on it. Here's where things get interesting though. The Galaxy S26 lineup itself might not look like what you're used to. Samsung seems to be reshaping the family. The standard model, usually just called the Galaxy, is reportedly getting a promotion to Pro. The Plus model that sat in the middle of the lineup for years, gone. Instead, Samsung is bringing in a slim Galaxy S26 Edge, which feels a lot like Apple's recent move with the iPhone Air. And of course, the Ultra stays at the top of the chain as the no-compromise flagship. If Samsung actually follows through with this, it's a pretty major shift. For years, the Plus model was kind of stuck in no man's land. Not compact enough for people who wanted a smaller phone, not as feature-packed as the Ultra for people chasing the best. Replacing it with the Edge could give Samsung's lineup a clearer identity. Pro for the mainstream, Edge for the stylish and slim crowd, and Ultra for the power users. And the launch timing matters here too. This year, Samsung staggered things a little bit, releasing the Galaxy S25 Edge separately from the other models. But next year, rumors suggest the company wants to synchronize everything again, dropping all three, Pro, Edge, and Ultra at the same time. If true, that makes life simpler for buyers. No waiting around to see which version actually makes it to stores first. So what does this all mean if you're eyeing your next upgrade? Honestly, patience will be your best friend. January may feel far away, but it's really just a few months out. If you've been holding on to your phone and considering jumping ship to another brand, knowing that Samsung is about to refresh its lineup could be reason enough to wait it out. Now, as for what the phones themselves will bring, that's a little hazy. Leaks so far suggest Samsung may stick with a lot of familiar design cues and hardware decisions. The Ultra, for example, is rumored to keep a look that isn't exactly brand new, though slightly refined. And the hopes for huge leaps in charging speeds or battery capacity, probably not happening this round. But here's the bigger picture. Samsung is clearly trying to refine the Galaxy S series identity, with Apple pushing hard with its iPhone 17 lineup and Chinese brands like Xiaomi and Oppo cranking out competitive flagships at aggressive prices. Samsung doesn't just need great hardware, it needs a clear strategy. Reworking the lineup names and positioning could be the company's way of making the S26 series stand out without reinventing the wheel. So, unless Samsung pulls off a genuine surprise, expect the Galaxy S26 Pro, Edge, and Ultra to be unveiled in mid-January 2026, with pre-orders right after and official availability by late January or February. December hype? Fun, but almost certainly a mirage. And that leaves us with a simple takeaway. The wait isn't long, but it could be worth it. If Samsung nails this reshaped lineup, the Galaxy S26 series might be less about shocking innovation and more about giving each type of user a phone that actually makes sense for them. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.